Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Yeah. Good afternoon and welcome to Habari Live. It's Wednesday. This is where we break down the stories the mainstream media ignores and ask the questions power doesn't want asked. And tell the news our way. I'm Damon, like always.
And I'm Iesha.
We Habari Ghani, my people, and we're gonna go through some of the top stories right now. Let's go ahead and go straight into the top stories so far for this week, and the top stories that we thought were interesting anyway. So run that for us.
For sure. So, Arizona Secretary of State Adrian Fontes said that the U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi offered to withdraw federal immigration officers from Minnesota if Minnesota turned over sensitive voter registration data, which is a move that's been labeled as blackmail and extortion. Minnesota and other state officials say that they will not comply, calling the demand coercive and unlawful. Critics stressing that voter privacy concerns and political motives behind the DOJ's request.
This Trump administration, man, I was listening to someone to earlier today, and they said that we're already under authoritarian state. And, seeing the things, the stronghold moves and the tactics, that the Trump administration tries to put in place and how they try to treat people, it just seems as though we are already under the authoritarian state. It does seem that way, man. And when you see these people doing things like this, it just makes you say, hey, man, I kind of believe them. Why is things like this being done? Why is it like this? Why is the Trump administration so hell-bent on getting the voter registration rolls? We also know that they are acting a fool down in Fulton County. The FBI is coming in. He's still crying about the election he lost in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
He's still crying about that. He wants to cry about that forever because he don't like taking L's. It hurts his soul, his pride that he lost.
Yep.
And he doesn't want to admit it. So he's sending the FBI to try to I don't know, man. He's won 2 elections. If they wanted to cheat him so badly, why would they let him win the 2 that he won?
Right.
Like, it doesn't make any sense, man. But his pride and everything is so hurt that he's not trying to hear it. I mean, for real, dude. It's so stupid, man.
It is.
So stupid. But whatever, dog. They want the voter rolls. I was going to read something, but I hadn't found the information I wanted to find yet. I just don't understand. Is it okay for them to get the registration list from different states? I think those things are supposed to be taken care of by the state.
I think Georgia also had something to do with that as well. They were saying they're not going to comply either, but we'll see. Moving on, the federal judge has temporarily halted the deportation of a 5-year-old boy and his father, who was arrested in Minneapolis suburbs last week. And their case drew widespread attention and protests. The ruling prevents the removal while litigation continues over the family's asylum claim and the detention conditions. I mean, it's just sad that they used the child as bait to get the father.
Yeah. And the story that the right is running with right now is that the mother left him. So it was okay to use the kid as bait because supposedly the mother didn't take him from ICE. So it's all good that they used a 5-year-old kid. These people are cruel, man. They're cruel. They're cruel people, dude. And they don't have a heart. They don't care. They're just cruel. The mother has said over and over again, she disputes that. She did ask for the child. She did want the child to come with her. But they believe whatever JD Vance and ICE say, that's what bootlickers do.
Yep.
They believe whatever, the government tells them, and they just believe it. They don't have to look into it. I mean, these people have watched videos all week, and they're all telling us that our eyes are deceiving us. And
don't believe what your eyes see.
Your eyes are lying to you. Just pure Orwellian 1984 crap. I mean, this is what they're doing, man. And they're really just it's crazy. And to hear them argue and argue and argue about these things is just crazy. Guys, what is this supposed to be? Man, oh my God, I hate people. I just don't get it.
I don't either, but
these liberal lunatics, right? Like the lunatic that sprayed liquids all over Ilhan Omar.
Which is exactly what we're going to go ahead and discuss now, where
those
Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar was sprayed with an unknown liquid during a Minneapolis town hall meeting. The suspected assailant was apprehended and charged with third-degree assault. Omar continued her remarks, calling for resilience amid rising political tensions tied to immigration enforcement politics. But to me, I mean, it has come out that the suspect is a Trumper.
He came out and first thing he said is, oh, it was fake. She set it up. And all of his Trumpers, they also came with the same bullshit.
And said
oh,
the
it's
same
fake.
thing.
It's fake. Everything's fake.
She did it to herself.
Yeah. Like, why would she do that? It's so stupid. No one is looking for that type stupid ass attention. It's dumb. I just don't get it, man. Why anyone would make this up? But everyone was on the same shit. Oh, Jesse Smollett, Jesse Smollett. Oh, I'm blah, blah, blah. Like, dog, whatever, dude. Y'all do enough crazy stuff. We don't have to make up shit for MAGA
at all.
We see enough craziness from y'all actions to not have to make up anything. But it doesn't really matter. January 6th happened and you guys look the other way and act like nothing happened. You're still acting like nothing happened. As all these guys are being rounded up and put back in jail. Nobody cares. Everybody acts like all those guys were heroes. And they have the gall to talk about other people at protest and how they're acting after they just pardon all these insurrectionists who were breaking windows and busting things out, and they call them heroes. Anybody else that go to a protest, they supposed to get shot down. And we hear Megyn Kelly say she has no sympathy because he came to a protest.
Yep.
But then these same people telling us that Ashley Babbitt is a hero because she went to a protest and passed away and wasn't supposed to be killed. I mean, the hypocrisy, dog, from these people is unbelievable. And they'll look you dead in your face and say this shit. They have moved the goalposts since 2001.
Yep.
And that's all they've ever done. They never stay with a story. It's always moving. Because that's what you do when you know you're on the wrong side of history and you're just living a life of lies. You don't have to tell the truth. You don't have to live a truth. You can say yesterday, tomorrow, hey, Second Amendment, if you're at the protest, you can, Kyle Rittenhouse, you can go ahead and take your guns, like Kyle did. Kyle had his gun at the protest. They didn't have a problem with that.
Not one single problem.
That's no problem. He was protecting himself. And he was protecting a business. He came across state lines with a gun, broke a law. Wasn't old enough to even have it, broke another law.
Mm-hmm.
They're okay with all that. But this guy, since he's a liberal, he brings a gun. Oh,
it's a problem.
What are they doing? What a gun. Like, so the laws only apply to you guys? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's
these
exactly
laws
what they're saying.
Are only for Republicans? Everyone else have to obey a different law? Like, what is? I don't understand. But that's the people that we supposed to be trying to build a country with, while they treat others like they're the enemy. But it's fine. That's America, man. That is America. Go ahead.
Yep. But, tensions in Minneapolis do remain high as federal immigration enforcement operations continue amidst protests, which were sparked by the recent shootings of civilians by federal agents. And President Trump has publicly urged cooperation with the federal authorities, even as judges and state leaders are pushing back. In a separate national political development, the FBI executed a search warrant at a Fulton County, Georgia elections office near Atlanta, tied to investigations into the 2020 election and election records. The move reflects a broader uptick in federal scrutiny of election procedures nationwide.
This is what you do when you are afraid you're going to lose in the midterms. This is what you do when you're still obsessed with losing the 2020 election. I mean, the dude is obsessed with it. It's insane. He can't stop. He can't stop. The entire election, you lost. You're telling them in Georgia to find votes. Now you got the FBI going all through their buildings. You were on telephone telling these people to find votes. These people didn't cheat. Rudy Giuliani already had to give up all of his motherfucking belongings to the people that worked for the voter polls by calling these people crooks. And he had to give up all his money.
All of it.
Fox News had to pay a whole bunch of money to all these companies because they went on the news and lied. We all know this shit. Everybody know this is all information that we understand is true. Giuliani lost in court. All of these people lost. And now he's still trying to dispute the election, sending the FBI. Like, it's ignorance, man.
It is
ignorance. And it's crazy, but they're scared of Georgia because Georgia used to be an automatic win for them. But you go to Atlanta and Atlanta areas, they don't win those areas. So they think it's cheating there somehow. I don't know. Even though we all know this is a mostly black area, which is a mostly Democratic area.
Right.
But they think there was some cheating there somehow. It's just goofy. It's like going to Kentucky, a Democrat going to Kentucky, a state where we know that's always blue, Illinois, and getting mad that they didn't vote red.
Right.
This area is very blue. So
Very.
I just don't get it. I mean, it makes no sense. But Trump's administration, they haven't made sense the whole time. We're going to spend tax money, spending all this money going after sending the FBI. All these things cost money, man, over dumb shit because he has a fucking obsession over losing an election. It's dumb.
Exactly. Moving on to Arizona, where federal investigators, including Homeland Security investigations, executed search warrants at multiple Zips Sports Grill restaurants across the Phoenix Valley as part of a long-running criminal probe, where over 35 people were arrested and at least one location has since reopened while cooperation with them still continues.
Somebody said the difference between Kyle Rittenhouse is he came there to protect his neighbor. It wasn't his neighborhood.
He went over state lines.
He wasn't even from there. So what are you talking about? Y'all just make hypocritical bullshit. Shut the fuck up, man. He came there looking. If he came there with a gun and he was looking for a fight too. If dude came to a gun to a protest, he was looking for a fight also. If that's what y'all were saying the Alex guy was doing, then why isn't the rules applied to this other dude who ended up shooting people? This dude never pulled his gun. Kyle Rittenhouse arrived there with his gun on his shoulder, out. And you going to tell me it's the same? Like and then he ended up shooting people who had a skateboard in a plastic bag. And y'all call him a hero when nothing was going to even happen to that dude. But he was so scared, he just started shooting everybody. But that's the heroes that MAGAs have.
Mm-hmm. It certainly is. Yeah, I mean, it's just wild. But in Arveka, about 10 miles away from the U.S. Mexico border, a man was critically wounded after exchanging gunfire with U.S. Border Patrol agents and firing at a federal helicopter.
Mhm.
The suspect is tied to previous human smuggling convictions and was taken to a trauma center and is expected to face federal charges, including assault on an officer. Now, mind you, this is in Arizona.
Yeah. So second, ICE is in Arizona right now, and you know, they, like you said, they were at Zips, and you know, I guess Zips, they're saying Zips hires a lot of illegal people. I always say that, hey, if you should be going after these companies because they shouldn't be hiring illegals. They're not supposed to do that unless they have a work visa and you've helped them to get that visa so they can work here illegally for a certain amount of time. You know, that's not what you're supposed to be doing, and that's supposed to be against the law. A law that Republicans put in a long time ago. So that's the way it's supposed to be. Most people are not going to have too much to say about those things and care about those type things. But right now, since ICE has elevated so many things, everybody's just against everything they do right now because the position they've put the country in with their behavior and their actions. And you know, you say that it's normal and this is the way ICE was under Obama. They people keep saying those things. Like, we haven't been watching TV for the last 25, 30 years and haven't seen ICE walking through the streets like this ever. But you know, they're gonna tell us that this is normal. And yo, what's up, Ryan? They're gonna tell us this is normal and that we're just crazy people. You know, this is craziness. You guys are just making stuff up. ICE has always been this way. They're crazy, man. You know that they're crazy.
They are.
It's insane.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Members of the production team behind a controversial documentary for First Lady Melania Trump are publicly distancing themselves from the project, expressing regret and hoping for low viewership amid backlash over its portrayal. I don't know if you guys saw it, but we saw the trailer for it on Amazon Prime. Yeah, I'm kind of with them hoping that this flops.
It was on YouTube too. They paid money for advertising. They advertising it. You know, they the one that put it in the theaters. There's situations where you could decide, hey, are we gonna put this in the theater,
or are we just gonna go straight?
Are we gonna put this on streaming? These people had the nuts to put it in the theater. What? I can't believe they put this crap in the theater. No one wants to eat popcorn and watch Melania, dog. I'm sorry, man. That's just gross. So I don't know what they doing, dog.
Right, Ryan.
But we all know what's going on. You know, the owner of Bezos, Jeff Bezos, Lex Luthor, whatever his name is, he's the one just trying to get favored with Trump, right in our faces. Now, if this was a Democrat, their heads would be exploding because, oh, they're getting money. This is bull, blah, blah. You know, they hold everybody else. You know, Ilhan Omar, she's worth $44 million. Trump worth making billions every day. Nope, they have no problem with that. But Ilhan Omar, she's supposedly making money she's not supposed to be making. They care about other people. But she's get 40 something million for a stupid ass documentary. We all know that most docs don't cost that goddamn much
at all.
And they could have got it done for a lot less. But you know, that's smooths up to the president. Man, that movie about to flop so hard. LeBron don't flop harder than that. That's how hard the flopping gonna be. Major flopping going on. And we just gonna laugh because that's what they get. Shit.
Ah, man. That is hilarious. But you know, Moving on, Kanye West, in a rare move, took out a full-page advertisement in the Wall Street Journal to apologize for his recent anti-Semitic statements, which we could consider a noble shift after months of controversy over his remarks and his behavior. But yeah, if I had 4 thumbs, I'd give you 4 thumbs down, bruh. That apology, well, you could have kept that.
Hey, man, we're going to do a full expose investigation video about this, everything that Kanye and Trump started and all this racism they've made cool nowadays, where all these guys, Myron Gaines and all these weirdos, Sneeko, and all these people thinking it's cool to be racist and shit and say racist shit and put up Nazi symbols and say Hail Hitler and weird stuff, man. I don't understand what's going on, but we have so many people nowadays, man, that's just cool with it and think it's funny. Saw a lot of them getting in trouble last week because they were playing
Yep.
Kanye's song in the Miami club.
Mm-hmm.
A
They
lot
got
of the
banned.
clubs and restaurants have banned these people and told these people they can't come back ever again. And, they've been banned from everywhere. They've been banned online, on streaming, and all these things. And they just, they're getting paid, I guess, to just be racist, and they're just running with it. And it's, they hate black people, they hate Jews, they hate everybody. But, whatever, man. Dude is
Right. That's exactly what he said.
Can you put the comment up there? You know how to do that? Yeah, man. I don't get it, but he deserves every single thing that happens to him. And I really have no sympathy for brother. I mean, I was a fan, but not anymore. I am not a Kanye fan. I'm over it. I could not imagine saying that what he said to any group of people was okay.
Right.
And what he has said about the Jewish people and how he has misrepresented black people, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm cool, brother. You do your thing, man, but I'm good. Some people are like, yeah, I forgive him. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm cool, man. The he just went too far for me. I'm cool.
Wait.
I'm not gonna talk bad about the dude. I'm just not somebody that I really want to deal with or be around, or I wouldn't even want to interview him. I wouldn't want anything to do with the G.
Wouldn't support him at all.
I'm just good, man. I mean, it's a lot of people out there that I would love to interview and talk to and meet, but he was one, but now I'm good. And he just made it so comfortable for all these other people, man, to come out and say crazy stuff about other groups, disrespect other groups, man. I don't get it, man. It's so many other things that he could have brought to the community instead of these evil things that he decided to bring. And everybody think it's cool and they laugh it up. They like these Nick Fuentes people, and I don't get it what's going on in this country, man. The last 10 years, we know Trump brought it all in, made it cool with the birther movement, saying people, oh, he's not from we understood the code. He's not from America. He's from Africa. We got it. We need to see your birth certificate. We don't believe that you're a real American. We get what was going on. And it's been a tough 10 years since then. But hey, we're gonna go. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go on to we're gonna go into talking about what's going on in Minnesota a little bit, and just the hypocrisy of the right. And now they're turning on the Second Amendment after the killing of Alex Pretti, and these people are just okay with being hypocrites. You saw the guy in here come in the comment section, try to make it seem like it's different. These they don't care about the Constitution. They don't care about the Second Amendment. As long as it's benefiting them, they don't really want it to benefit others. And to watch Trump come out and say, "Oh no, he's not supposed to have a gun," and all these guys are just like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." But I guess, you guys are going to be there forever. I don't know if you ever think that there's going to be a different group of people in the office in the White House. That's going to happen one day. So you say it's okay to shoot down liberals, but if a day comes and someone else comes into the White House, what do you do if you all the things that you've made okay is turned around on you? I mean, understand you guys. You don't care. Kill the libs. Get the libs. I know. But what happens when a liberal wins? And these things that you guys are making normal is normal for the next president, right? It's normal for everybody else. If Trump saying you're not supposed to be bringing guns to a protest, so the next president, he should be taking people out who bring guns to anything he protests that the left wants to do, right? We can just shoot them down. And hey, well, he brought a gun to the protest. So I mean, I know right now the shoe is on the other foot, and you guys are okay with that. But if the situation changes in the next 3 years and there's another president and he's a liberal, and we say, hey, look at all the things that they were doing the last 4 years. Let's just follow their policies. Let's start treating them the way that they were treating everyone else the last 4 years. Because these are the things that they say that it was okay. It was okay to do this and do that. So let's go ahead and do them things. How do you think you guys are going to react to that? You're going to be in the streets marching. You're going to be pissed off. You're going to be upset. Just like the Tea Party and every other time there was a liberal in office and y'all was upset with the policies that was put in place. So, I mean, it's not abnormal. Everybody protests. That's the way it works. But tonight we're starting a story that has cracked something wide open inside of conservative politics and honestly inside America itself, because what happened on a Minneapolis street this weekend or last weekend isn't just about immigration enforcement. It's not just about protests. It's not even just about police violence, man. This story goes straight to the heart of a contradiction a lot of people didn't want to face. What happens when a Republican administration justifies a killing by arguing that legally carrying a gun makes you dangerous? What happens when the Second Amendment, long treated as sacred by the right, they said you're supposed to be able to bring your gun anywhere, stand your ground laws. They have those laws all over Arizona, all over the South. The Midwest are putting them in, Missouri. Everyone's putting in these gun laws that the Republicans swore was going to keep everybody safe and that guns is the way to go. Now they're turning around and telling us that you're only supposed to bring your gun to certain situations. It's crazy. So all the Black Lives Matter protests, when we see all those Republicans standing with their guns at the protest, even though the protest has nothing to do with them, they're there with their guns. They're not there to say they're against the police. They're just there to say we are against the protesters. That's how they are. Now, to them, that's not supposed to be okay. The Rittenhouse wasn't supposed to do that. That's not okay. These things are long held to be secret by the right. Suddenly becomes an excuse for lethal force. And what happens when the person killed isn't undocumented, isn't armed in the footage, isn't violence, but is licensed concealed carry and an ICU nurse. We're talking about, Alex Pretti. You already know. And why the Trump administration's defense of that killing has triggered a civil war inside their own base. Because there's many Republicans who are like, man, hold on, man. This doesn't make any sense.
Yep. But let's ground this in what we actually know, not speculation, not spin. On Saturday last week, federal agents shot and killed Alex Pretti, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, on a Minneapolis street during a federal operation.
Babe, it's just Minneapolis. They keep roasting you for that. Just say it right.
That's how I say it, okay?
That's not the way it's said. It's Minneapolis, okay?
Whatever.
All right.
Anywho, Multiple eyewitnesses show agents surrounding Pretti. They show officers discovering and removing a firearm from his person during the confrontation.
Right. We know.
What the video does not show is Pretti holding a weapon.
Right.
They do not show him aiming a weapon.
Mhm.
They do not show him firing the weapon at all. And that matters because Alex Pretti was legally allowed to carry that weapon. Minnesota permits concealed carry, and Pretti had a license for concealed carry.
Right.
His possession of the firearm by itself was not illegal. He was a legal gun owner. Yet, within hours of the shooting, the administration's narrative locked onto one central justification.
Right.
He had a gun.
Yeah, it's crazy to see the right use that. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean, they like I said, we've talked about Rittenhouse, and they in the comment section making excuses for him. That's how it's fine for him. But everyone else, you should have kept your gun at home. I don't understand, man, how it's always so different. Everything's always so different. Either you can bring a gun or you can't. It doesn't matter the situation. Oh, well, he was protecting his neighborhood. So, I mean, dude was protecting his person. What's the difference?
Right.
That's the laws in America, right? This is the way you guys have always wanted it. So it doesn't make it any sense. No, he said you can't have a gun in a protest. You can't walk in with a gun. What? That's right. He said you can't have a gun at a protest. Kyle Rittenhouse was at a Black Lives Matter protest. None of you people said that it wasn't okay that he had a gun at that time. Y'all said he was a hero
for carrying a gun,
for bringing a gun to the protest.
To a protest.
You said he was a hero. Trump probably called him a hero too then. He didn't say, wow, man, Rittenhouse, why did he bring that gun to that protest? None of y'all said that. We did. I did. Because I don't think guns should be there. But y'all told us, hey, they should be there. Y'all fought and fought and fought. So it's like, all right, whatever, man. And the dude was found not guilty. So, all right, you was right. Y'all was right. I was wrong. You could bring a gun to the protest. But now, oh, no, you shouldn't be bringing a gun to what? Come on, man.
See how fast they turn the other cheek?
Man, dog, it's just garbage.
Look the other way.
Man, goodness. Alex wasn't. I mean, why didn't
So why was he helping a woman that was pushed down by ICE?
Man, dog, y'all are so disgraceful, bro. I mean, so was Rittenhouse looking to kill? He did kill people. So was he looking to kill? Dude got killed. I don't understand how he was looking to kill. Couldn't he have just shot the dudes in their backs when they had their backs to him if he wanted to shoot them? Y'all are weird, man. And the thing that y'all talking for him and saying y'all know this dude's motives and shit is insane. It's really insane. But Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem went in front of cameras and framed the killing. We already know what she said. She said Pretti was attacking officers, had a weapon on him and dozens of rounds of ammunition, and that he was wishing to inflict harm, even though he never touched anybody or threatened anyone or anything. But he had a gun, so this is what MAGA. So anytime MAGA has a gun, we know this is what they're doing. They bring in guns to places to hurt people and
with
to
the
attack
intent to kill
and inflict harm. We know that's why they always, it's my protection. No, it's to inflict harm. Y'all know what his intentions was. That dude can't even say a word. He's dead. And y'all sitting there telling us what his intentions were. And that's what their intentions are when you have a gun. So anytime Republicans have a gun, we understand what their intentions are. So we should just shoot them on the spot. You see a gun, just shoot them. Because Republicans say all people who bring guns are about to inflict harm. They have a clip, they have bullets, they have a gun, they're trying to inflict harm. Then we should just shoot them on the spot. I mean, that's their logic right now. But here's the problem. No evidence has been provided. They don't care about that.
Nope.
To support that claim. No body cam footage released to support that claim. You know, I saw a girl on Fox News like, oh, the body cam footage from a person is going to show something different.
What body cam footage? It ain't been released.
It just killed me, man. The dude hands was on the ground the whole time. But they trying to tell me he reached for a gun with all these dudes was trying to be. How stupid would you be? He's going to reach for a gun or what 8 armed dudes are beating him up. Okay, man. But, you know, we haven't had any forensic breakdown, no independent confirmation. And then came the line that detonated the political right. Kristi Noem said, I don't know of any peaceful protester who shows up with a gun and ammunition rather than a sign. That statement alone flips decades of conservative rhetoric on its head. Because for years, we've been told that guns are tools, not intent. That's what they're telling us.
Mm-hmm.
That it's just a tool. It doesn't shooting people by themselves. It's just, the guns aren't the problem. They don't shoot people.
Guns
it's
don't
not
kill
the
people.
problem. Guns aren't the problem. It's just a tool. That's what they tell us. But now, if you got a gun and you come somewhere with it, you come there to kill them. Like, dog, or is this just when it's a person from the left? When it's a person from the right, the rules are different. So y'all got to make me understand.
Make it make sense.
Make me understand. Is it when it's a liberal, the liberals are lunatics and they're just going to kill someone? Or is it when a person from the right, they don't have any intent? It's just a tool for the people on the right. But from the left, they're just murderers. I mean, make me understand. The law-abiding citizens carrying firearms are not threats, is what they told us. That rights don't disappear because of police or uncomfortable situations is what the Republicans have said. But suddenly, under a Republican administration, carrying a gun is being framed as proof of violent intent. I'm so confused.
Right. And that's where the backlash came from. Not from the Democrats, but from gun rights conservatives.
Right.
People who voted Republican. People who defend ICE enforcement. The people who oppose undocumented immigration.
Mm-hmm.
They watched a Republican administration argue that a concealed carry permit holder deserved to die for approaching law enforcement. A federal prosecutor appointed by the Trump...
Are you serious? Go ahead.
A federal prosecutor appointed by Trump's DOJ posted online that approaching law enforcement with a gun makes a shooting legally justified. Then he accused critics of being Antifa. That didn't go over too well because gun owners of America fired back, saying, so now gun owners are domestic terrorists?
Mm-hmm.
The NRA is usually quick to attack the Democrats, but they criticize the rhetoric, but noticeably avoided directly blaming the White House. Mm-hmm. Instead, they shifted the blame to Minnesota's Democratic leadership. And that hesitation matters because it shows how uncomfortable the moment actually was. This isn't the left challenging gun rights. This isn't the right redefining them with or when gun owners become inconvenient.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. You know, it's inconvenient for their argument right now, and these are the type people to win an argument. They'll move the goalposts, and they'll do it with they don't care at all. They do not care. They will straight up just move the goalposts. You can conceal carry anytime you want, but there are stipulations when you can't while committing a crime and hindering, bro. You're going to have to point to the video. What point of time in the video was he hindering federal agents? By helping a girl up? Is that when he was hindering them? Because they were trying to push her down and she needed to be on the ground at that time? Was that the hindering that he was doing at that time? That doesn't make any fucking sense. And for them to keep saying that we were on an investigation, but You didn't have the person that you were looking for. They weren't trying to block you to get that from getting that person. Dude moved away from them several times. His hands were put up several times. It's so dumb that we have to keep saying this. But you people are the type of motherfuckers. Video doesn't matter. Y'all straight up don't care, man. It's ridiculous. They were detaining, which is investigating. Those are all American citizens. They were going against people who were blowing whistles, letting people know that they were on location. That was not hurting their investigation. They've had those issues going on since the beginning because of their tactics. But this is a wake-up call. A lot of gun rights activists didn't expect, and they don't care because, these people are hypocrites. They're hypocrites, man. They used to be anti-government. They used to be, in the woods building housing and camps and shit for they can kill the government. Now they're bootlickers. They're with the government. Now they're with ICE. Now they want to use the government to take out the people that they don't like. That's the new tactic. They used to be telling you, warn about the government. The government's coming. They're coming for us. They're coming for us. They're going to take your weapons. Now they're like, we're pro-government. Let's go join ICE, man. It's insane, man. It's insane. I don't know, man, if they're stupid or just bots. I don't know, bro. They might just be stupid bots. I don't know. I just get a lot of Trump voters. We ain't got a lot of viewers tonight, but most of the time it's a whole bunch of Trump voters anyway. But we didn't expect this, man. The assumption has always been Republicans protect the Second Amendment vigorously. And this time they're really silent, or they're fighting for the government side this time. The don't tread on me people are with the government now. It's only don't tread on me when it's Democrats in the office. If it's a Republican in the office, then it's bootlicking and bending over.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way. Well, I've heard of it. I cannot say that I have read the whole 1984 book, but I definitely know the gist of what goes on in the novel. But this is definitely what we're living, and he got the years wrong, but it's definitely what's going on today, man. I have to agree with you, Ryan. Republicans protect the Second Amendment, man, whenever Democrats threaten it. But if it's a Republican threatening it, I guess they just gonna bend over. If they're making it that you guys can't take your guns to a protest. But I know that if this was a Republican that did it, Trump would have a different story. And we all know that this is just to protect their ICE agent. And we all know that if this was a Democratic president and a Republican did this, you guys would have a different story and you would have a different outcome on how you're feeling about things right now. Now, since it's a liberal, you feel real comfortable saying what you're saying. We appreciate it, Ralph. Thank you. You feel really comfortable, man. But the people know that you guys are moving the goalposts. The people know that you guys are not being genuine. We know if this situation was on the other foot, that you would not be happy that someone was shot just because they had a gun. And you would be protecting this person if they was a Republican. Mm-hmm. But right now, man, everyone sees through the eyes of their party. And that's crazy. That's not the way America's supposed to be. But that's what's going on right now, man. But that is also, this moment reveals there's something much deeper, man. Any government that prioritizes unchecked enforcement power will eventually see rights as obstacles, not just protest rights, not just immigrant rights, gun rights too. If a legal firearm can retroactively justify lethal force, it possesses alone becomes proof of intent. Then the Second Amendment isn't protection anymore, it's a liability. And it's especially dangerous when the person killed fits the good citizen archetype conservatives often love to talk about and invoke. Mm-hmm. Alex Pretti wasn't a criminal. He wasn't undocumented. He wasn't armed on camera. He wasn't a threat in the footage. He was a fucking nurse. This shit's ridiculous.
ICU nurse at that, not just a normal nurse.
Right.
He's got one of the jobs that takes a lot of work to do.
That's crazy. They let you bring guns to a bar. That's great idea. Awesome idea, man. I mean, even in the Wild West, they ask you not to bring your gun in the bar, man. These people are crazy. Anyway.
Right. But, after the backlash, the White House shifted their tone. Trump suddenly held conciliatory calls in with Minnesota's governor and the mayor of Minneapolis. Leaders had previously blamed for unrest. The Border Patrol commander, who became the face of the crackdown, was quietly removed from Minnesota, while federal presence was scaled back just a little. While leadership reshuffled, a federal judge has now summoned ICE leadership to court for allegedly defying court records with contempt proceedings on the table. That is not confidence. That's containment.
Right.
And it suggests that the administration knows that this narrative has been taken too far.
Yeah, man. Ralph, I have to agree. I don't even know what Jared Kushner is even doing out there. Why he even spoke when they were in Gaza, showing the new plan there for they can build their hotels in Gaza and remove those people. Why is Jared Kushner there? What diplomatic role does he hold right now beside nothing? They went after Joe Biden's son, and the dude wasn't even in government. He's sitting at the crib. They trying to get him shit from 1985. He smoked some crack and had a gun. And then they talking about weaponizing the DOJ. Like, they are crazy. They're insane. But it's amazing that this guy is walking around, setting up deals. His sons are walking around talking to diplomats, setting up deals, selling the hotels. They're making money hand over foot, man. It's in the billions what he's made so far. And, they're okay with that, man. They're okay with that. This isn't just about one shooting. This is about a government arguing that constitutional rights can be suspended based on vibes, man, based on who you're with. It's about law enforcement deciding intent after death. It's about accountability being replaced with press conferences. It's about a political movement discovering that power doesn't care who voted for it. It's the justification for killing a fucking person, a citizen. Then no permit holder is safe during any federal operation. They can just come in your house, see a gun, and just shoot you down. You don't have to go for it, go to it. Just like that one Air Force officer who came to the door, had his gun in his hand, didn't lift it, nothing, was killed instantly. They come to his house, knock on the door. He come to the door with a gun. They just automatically kill him. Fernando Festil, Minnesota. Man, I got a gun on my side.
What you're supposed to do when you get pulled
go
over by
for
law
it,
enforcement.
Didn't go for the gun, nothing. They just shot him. Oh, you got to go, pow, pow, pow. NRA didn't say anything.
Nope.
Didn't try to ride for dude. But this is the way it is in America. They want the Second Amendment to only be for the right. And this is their story. That's why everything that we're talking about the fairness, they don't care. They don't want anyone to have the guns except them, so they can have the upper hand. That's the way it's been. How they did the slaves, make sure the slaves can't get guns, even though they were freed. The ex-slaves couldn't get guns until motherfuckers fought for the rights. You got to keep fighting for rights, man. But it's crazy. They want in their eyes, no holder of a permit would be safe. That's a liberal or black. Not in Minnesota, not in Texas, not in Arizona. Rights don't disappear at all at once just because you're black or liberal. They erode when exceptions become policy. And you're going to sit here and act like it's like I keep saying, Trump is not going to be there forever. Nope. He's not going to be in office forever. And all the things that you guys are clapping, saying is okay, you're going to be crying saying it's not fair that the liberals are doing these things to us.
But this story forces us to answer or ponder a very uncomfortable question. If carrying a legal firearm is enough to get you killed by the state, what exactly is the Second Amendment for?
Right.
Who's it protecting? And if it can happen under a Republican administration, then maybe it was never a partisan issue at all. Maybe it was never about the Second Amendment.
Right. Now, Trump, he did say it, Ralph. I agree. He said the Civil Rights Act, it hurt white people. For equality and equity, two words that the right really hate right now because they don't like equality. They don't like equity. They don't like things being equal. And they always teach these things and preach these things, equality, merit, and all these things they're okay with. But when things are put in place to help to get to those places, they get pissed off. They want it to happen automatically when we know that most of the people won't do these things unless some type of laws are there to make people do the right thing. There are some people who do, but we have so many people who just don't do the right thing. And we have put a lot of laws in place to help hiring, but if you look at the statistics, if you have a black name, the chances of you getting hired over a white person with a felony is about the same. If you have a college degree and you go in to get a job and the person is a white felon, he has just amount of chance of you getting the job as the person with a college degree, bachelor's. And the number of these things have been proven. If people put in applications and do tests to prove, I forgot the study they did this, but it was proved that it's have a black name on your application, it takes down your chances of getting hired. I mean, it's proven, but we're gonna sit around and act like, oh man, it's nothing is unfair. I'm not saying it's been unfair for me because I've always gotten the jobs that I wanted. But when you see study after study after study saying that some people are affected, maybe it just because it didn't affect me don't mean it didn't affect others. And these are things that Republicans, they can't really think like that. They look at themselves. Oh, well, I'm successful. I don't understand why you aren't. I don't get it. I understand why I'm successful, why I'm different than others. Some people don't get the same chances. Maybe I was lucky. Who knows? But we want to try to talk about these things, man. We want people to get better. We want everyone to have a chance. We know how this capitalist society is built. There's always got to be a bottom. And the problem is everybody's trying to race away from it because no one wants to be there. But the rich knows capitalism has to have people who are low earners to do the low bottom jobs. No one's crying racism. I'm just saying it exists. I've seen racism in my life, but it hasn't affected my ability to be successful. That's the things y'all don't understand. Like some people, they may see more racism in their life, but me, I know how to move. I knew that in living in Southern Illinois, outside of St. Louis, I wasn't going to have much success there in the things that I wanted to do. So I moved. You go to another place that gives you an opportunity, and that's what usually what works. You have to get out of those places that you're from, but not everybody has the ability to do that. So I was able to do those things, go to school, make something of myself, get a degree in engineering. Other people, not everybody can do that. And I'm not saying that either some white people can't do that. Some black people can't. That's the way it is. So some people can, some people can't. So, but this is Habari Live. When we come and talk about this later on, man, we'll go into this and talk about things that's been going on in the world of politics to keep you guys updated, and we'll go a little deeper into some of the things that's been going on this week. But the main thing, you see, the military helped him. I know some people who went into Job Corps.
Mm-hmm.
They ended Job Corps, though. They tore that down. That's one of the first things the Trump administration
But it did help a lot of people.
Yeah, my uncle, he went to Job Corps. He was a trained engineer for years, worked, made a good living for himself. Going to Job Corps is what gave him that direction to be able to do that. Some people go into the military, and that gives them a good foundation where you can get the GI Bill, you can pay for your home and get a home, and you can take care of your family. And there's a lot of people, black people, who have came through those things and are doing well. The thing is, man, when you talk about the world and the nation, there's a lot of people who are doing okay. But the main things that people want to do is try to give everyone an opportunity. I know it's hard, man. There's going to be people who don't make as much money as you or I, or maybe he does, but that doesn't mean they should starve. And that's the difference between our ideologies on the left and the right. You look at a situation and say, hey, there might be someone over there that doesn't deserve that food. So no one should get it. And that's just not the way liberals look at things.
Mm-hmm. Everybody deserves
We look at things like, right, everyone deserves it. Regardless if it's someone over there who's going to take advantage of the system, the people that are hurting overwhelms or overrides the asswipes who are just taking over who are taking advantage of the system. Holy fuck, where's the news not milking the ice? What are you talking about, bro? You've been coming in talking a whole bunch of garbage. What are you talking about? We talked the news story that we were discussing was the fact that Republicans has decided to turn their backs on the Second Amendment. But we all know that it's fake. Thanks, Ralph. We appreciate you, bro. We all know it's fake, man. In most cases, man, it does seem like liberals are better human beings. We care about people, man. We don't want to see people on the streets. These people look at people that's suffering and they say, get a job, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Then when they need help, it's, oh, we need help. Help us. The farmers lining up. We need help. Well, I mean, it's your president's fault. He put tariffs on soybeans. And China also said this week, they will not be coming back to American soybeans. Sorry, farmers. They will be staying with Venezuela soybeans. We also, India has what is it? No, Europe has set up, or was it Britain that set up a deal with China for trade. We got Canada setting up a deal with China for trade. India setting up a deal with China for trade. He said the deals were going to become 90 deals in 90 days. We didn't even get 9. And it seems like every country is making a new deal with fucking China. This is awesome. And then he said he's going to put 100% tariffs on Canada if they go through with a deal with China. So he's mad about that. You go and you shit on your trade partner on the world stage. Shit on them, all on them. Just call them all type shit, punk them, call them all type names, trash them everywhere. And then get mad when they say, you know what? We're going to go ahead and start working with someone else. Like, what is wrong with this dude? Then you're going to get mad? It's like treating your girlfriend like trash and get mad that she finally packs her bags up and go get a new one. Then you want to be at her back door, beating on the door, mad that she done got a new man in there.
Right.
You had your chance, and you threw it down the tubes because you think you can treat Canada how you want to. Now they're like, you know what? We're going to go deal with China. We're going to deal with China. I mean, China has picked up so many deals, and they already have the market cornered when it comes to these elements that we need to make all of our processors, to make all our chips. They have the rare earth minerals. They have it cornered. And this idiot has made it to a point where they're keeping them away from us. We used to have good access to him, but then he wants to go and threaten the people, overplay our hand because he thinks our hand is so great that he can overplay it. It's goofy, man. It's goofy. This is the worst. If this keeps going, I mean, I hope not, man. But we know what tariffs put us. These tariffs put us in the Great Depression. A tariff war. Everybody started putting in tariffs. Now everything's super expensive. Nobody can afford anything. Now everybody broke. Banks went broke. Everybody went broke. Come on, man. We got to get this guy out of here. We got to take away his tariff power. He tries to use it to punk people. If we don't take it away from him, he's going to continue to do this, and it's going to take the country down a road we do not want to go. Let's see here. We got pure personal business that Rump is going no matter what happens to us and Kamala. Yeah, she did, man. I've watched several videos of her talking about exactly what he was going to do. I mean, I didn't even believe all the stuff that she was saying back then was going to come true, but man, she hit it on the nose. On the nose. It was me. I mean, it's crazy. Is it to make these people suffer? Like, yeah. I mean, did you see in the White House, a reporter took a picture of Putin hanging on the White House wall? Putin. In Trump's White House. Putin's picture is hanging on the wall. Go look it up, man. It's craziness. Craziness, man. Yeah, tariffs killed us in the 1930s. Cool. Yeah, Smoot-Hawley was another time that that tariffs were put in that killed us. Tariffs are terrible. Reagan even knew tariffs were terrible. That's why Canada ran that commercial telling us. And I already knew it. I had never seen that video, but I already knew that he did not like tariffs. I mean, the Republican Party was 100% against that. It's against small business and open market, which those people, Republicans, used to be for. It's weird to see them go against some of their higher standards they used to try to keep. But hey, that's today's Republican Party. And, you know, yesterday's Republican Party is gone. They fooled these new people, man. You know, back then they fooled them to take away their retirement and put their retirement in 401k. So if the market crashes, we're all fucked and our retirement is gone. They didn't want to give us that. You know, people used to be able to have a good retirement. The companies would give you pensions, plans. The companies didn't want to do that anymore. So now we got to ride the market and hope these companies stay afloat for we can make decent money for we can retire. Yeah, man, and the notes that he put under the presidents is just disrespectful. Yeah, man. Reagan started trickle-down economics 4 years later, and has not a dime is trickled down. More money is at the top than ever, man. And we all know why, man. The taxes. When Clinton put the tax rate back to, I think, 38 or 39%.
It need to go back to 70, 80, 90%.
We were able to get a surplus. George Bush came in, first thing he did is lower the taxes for the rich. But I know, you know, the Republican Party who always passes laws for the rich are the people that's for the poor, though. And they, for real, they have people thinking that. It's crazy. Every time Republican in his office, we lose jobs. We go into a recession. But somehow they are known as the economic hawks. They're the people who are better with economics, even though surplus under Clinton, Jobs built under Obama. Better. We look better under Biden than we did Trump. But they still holler and scream that Democrats just want to go and spend. Because Democrats want to spend money on social programs to help people, and the Republicans want to spend money on blowing people up and taking people out of America and just doing craziness. Yeah, Clinton balanced the budget, surplus when he left. George Bush destroyed it all. The amount of money that they were spending and blowing up. And Republicans have no problem when they do it. But as soon as a Democrat get in there, oh, look at the deficit. What is going on? Like, dude, I get sick of it, man. We've been watching this shit for 40 years, man. These people play the same fucking game. Since I was fucking 10 years old, they still play the same game. Reagan was spending money like a crazy person. The first Bush spending money like a crazy person. We were $1 trillion in the hole back then, like $2 trillion. Who came to save the day? Let's hire that's and not one Republican voted for the fucking rate hike. They were 100% against it. But that rate hike gave us a surplus. They don't care about the surplus or the deficit. They just want money in their pocket. And we all know this. Yeah, it's crazy. No one talks bad about Bush. I mean, a lot of people don't even bring him up anymore. You know how the Republicans are, man. They'll do this with Trump too. Once they realize all the bad things he's done to their lives, like George Bush did. Horrible things George Bush did. We were in a huge recession. He had to send out checks because we all was so fucking broke. Broke. Obama gets in. Let's go. Let's make things better. Let's get things back. Jobs are coming in. Things are better. We get out of the recession. Trump comes back in, automatically back into bullshit.
Yep.
Immediately.
While adding his name to everything.
Immediately. Then he has to send out checks. And you guys are clapping. Yay. Yay.
Them
Yay.
Trump stimulus checks.
He's sending checks. He's sending checks because he has to stimulate the economy because he sucks. But then y'all say, oh, he's a hero. He sent us checks. He's sending checks because he's fucking up the economy. But it's all, it's all good. Like you say, man. Like you say, the Republicans are good for the economy, even though every time we look at all of the numbers, we see that the numbers do not match what you guys say. Straight up, 84 months. You're right, man. I mean, and then what do we get after that? Losses. Like
4 straight years
like
of
4
losses.
straight years of Trump with a negative mark when it comes to job numbers. And these people are sitting there and tell us that we're on a plantation while they're sitting here waving Confederate flags. These are the most lost people in America. They want Confederate statues back up. They fight to wave Confederate flags, but the Democrats are on the plantation. Boy, oh boy. Y'all people, boy, say the dumbest shit ever, boy. Look at you. Now you're going to come with it. We know you're an idiot and you can't read plat a 6th grade level. We know that. Here you come. The party of Jim Crow is you, conservatives. Conservatives were the ones who wanted Jim Crow, the KKK, slavery. That's y'all. Those are the things that you have done throughout history. You have been against everything. Anything that progressive through life, any progressive thought or change, conservatives have been against them. That is y'all history. You could try to say, oh, it's the Democrats. Why don't y'all want to stand by your history? You wanted to conserve slavery. You wanted to conserve the good old days of black people staying in their place. Are you trying to say that you people wasn't for that? Why are you celebrating why are we renaming bases after Confederate soldiers? Why is the Trump administration doing that? Right. If they're against them? Like, use your brain for a second. I know you don't have one. Then they call out socialism when we do it, or Obama gives us $8,000 to buy a house. Yeah, man. It's ridiculous. They hate socialism, but they okay with wars, killing everybody and shit, dropping bombs on everyone. That's fine. Or giving all our money to fucking Israel. That's fine. None of those things are fine when Americans are out here starving and we don't have fucking health care. We don't have health care in America. To hear people talking about going to other countries and falling and getting fixed up and not having to show their papers or pay anything, or are you legal? I'm not helped. I don't want any legals to get any health care. They should just, they come to America and they get in a wreck, they should just die on the side of the street. We don't want to help them. We listen to the people. Reagan put in a law where no matter who is in America, they can come to the ER and get help. Republicans have taken the funds away that was going to the hospitals. So then the hospitals have to eat the money. Mm-hmm. Republicans, we don't want to pay that. You don't want to pay for people to come here and get what? So y'all think people should come here and fall and not get care just because they're not a citizen? We should just say, give them the middle finger? Are we serious? Yeah, every president since the 40s have funded Israel. Yes. But we also have had most presidents get the backing of their country when they're trying to help against Russia. But Republicans were 100% against that. They didn't want any help for Ukraine. They don't want any help for any social programs. But they're okay with the money going to Israel. And that was my point. So much money. And they have health care.
Universal health care.
Health care for all their people. You know who gave the most amnesty to illegals ever? Ronald Reagan. That's why many Cubans vote. Many vote Republican for years because what Reagan did, giving all those people amnesty, making all those people American citizens overnight without having to take the nationalization test. He just made them Americans. And back then, y'all were proud. Y'all were clapping. Y'all didn't have a problem with people who were brown. Now they're the blame for everything. Everything is the problem. Them. They're the problem. It's them. They took the jobs. Y'all been blaming them for everything for like 15, 20 years. And they've been getting deported for years. They've been getting, no, you hate America. You hate America because you hate Americans. I hate people like you who dislike other people because of their skin color or what country they come from or what God they believe in. Those are the people that are anti-American because this country has never been about religion. Now, race has always been about white men as long as this shit has been established. But just because you made a country or you put a system in place doesn't mean you own this whole land forever, because there was already people there. Period. There was already natives standing here looking while y'all talking about, look at this land we're building. This is ours. This is for us. Yeah, look. Yeah, man. This is ours, man. It's not this is a white man's land. These people standing over there looking at y'all. Oh, we're just going to kill all of them. That'd be cool. Yeah, we're going to hang our curtains up here and, those people, they were here, they found it out. We'll just kill all of them. Yeah, we're cool. Doesn't make you better and make you anything, man. Those people had a nation already here. Your America is not better than anybody else, man. Period. But anyway, man, we're going to get up out of here. I didn't talk to Love Noise with y'all. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us today, especially Ryan. We appreciate you. And Ralph Perry, we appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you. We'll be back Sunday morning to talk a little bit more about what's going on in the world.
Saturday morning.
My bad. I don't know why I said Sunday. Saturday morning, we'll be back. And we'll talk more, man. We appreciate you guys. You have a good rest of your night. Peace out.
for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www